everybody, and welcome to the first episode of MBHL on the Ball for summer 2013 season. A new season means a new beginning for some teams and a title defense for others. Regardless of where each team stands at the moment, there's plenty of hockey to be played in this young season, so let's get right into the action. Our first game features some youth league action from the T-League where Chiefs take on Sharks. In this three-team league, every game is important. Chiefs sit currently in second place with 7 points in 6 games, 1 point behind Dream Team in first. Sharks have a 1-4-1 record, but tied first place Dream Team in their last outing. The Sharks won the last meeting between these two teams, 3-1. We begin this game with the Chiefs on the attack. Daniel Maggio breaks in on a 2-on-1 with Matthew Porporino. His pass gets across and Porporino makes no mistake beating François Larouche glove side, 1-0 Chiefs. 10 minutes into the first, the same two Chiefs forwards are back in the attacking zone. This time, Porporino finds Maggio, who wrists it from the slot to make it 2-0 Chiefs. With the score now 2-1 on a goal by Philippe Gage, Mathieu Sanche will tie the game up at 2 when he makes his way into the slot untouched, his wrist shot beating Dylan Aceto, low blocker side. In the dying seconds of the first, the score now 4-2 Chiefs. Colin Doucet wins the offensive zone faceoff and surprises everyone with a quick snapshot to cut the lead to 1. Now in the second period, Maggio, parked in front, receives a pass but gets stoned by Larouche point blank. With the score now 5-4 Chiefs, Doucet receives a beautiful breakout pass and he's off to the races. The young talented forward breaks in alone, beating Aceto up high to tie the game back at 5 apiece. And now for a thing of beauty. Ryan Williams gets the ball on the boards and dangles around 2 defenders before sniping a wrister up high on Larouche. Take a second look at this play. This kid has some serious skill. Much more than yours truly. A beautiful goal to regain the lead. The lead would only last a New York minute when a beautiful give and go between the Sanche brothers gives Nick a clear path to the net, beating Aceto with a wrister, tying this game back at 6. Looking to take their first lead of the game late in the second period, a missed shot and a scramble in front of the net gives Nick Sanche a golden opportunity to put his team up, but the young forward is robbed by a sprawling Aceto. That save would prove to be huge because moments after, Williams would score the eventual game winner before setting up William Bellemare for the insurance marker. The Chiefs would take this one, 9-6. With the win, the Chiefs improved to 4-2-1, while the Sharks dropped to a 1-5-1 record. Matthew Porporino was the most productive player with 2 goals and 4 assists, but the Player of the Game awards were given out to Ryan Williams for the Chiefs and Colin Doucet for the Sharks. For our second game, we head to the P-League where Brofessionals face off with Damned United. Brofessionals currently sit last in the league, and scoring has been their biggest problem, having scored more than 1 goal in a game just once this season. Damned United are first in their division and have scored the 4th most goals in the league this season. This will be the only meeting between the two teams this season. We jump into this game early in the first period with Brofessionals attacking. The initial shot is blocked by the defenseman, but JP Flood makes the save on the rebound before it gets cleared. Moments later, Frank Manganiello gets a second chance when he breaks out of the corner and into the slot. He makes no mistake this time, roofing it over Flood's shoulder to make it 1-0 Brofessionals. Looking to strike back as soon as possible, Damned United buzz around the net protected by Mikhail Dimitriadis, but can't seem to beat neither Dimitriadis nor his defense on the play. The score remains the same until the 15-minute mark of the first. Ryan Savoie breaks free from coverage in the corner and beats Dimitriadis with a snapshot low glove side, tying this game at 1. Soon after, Alexandre Corriveau is sent in on a partial break, but the Brofessionals defenseman does a great job back-checking, forcing Corriveau to lose control of the ball, allowing the goaltender to follow up with an easy save. More from Damned United, but also more from Dimitriadis, who stacked the pads in front of Timothy O'Hara. Now in the second and with the score 2-1 Damned United, Dimitriadis keeps it a 1-goal game with this reaction save off a faceoff. At the amount of chances that the Damned United are getting, there's just so much that will stay out. Case in point, while on the power play, Richard Gudenberger picks up the missed shot off the boards and wires a wrister through traffic to make it 3-1. At the 11-minute mark of the second, Pierrick Collier intercepts a clearing attempt at the blue line before finding Mathieu Monaco posted in front alone. He takes his time to weigh his options and beats the netminder blocker side. It's now 4-1 Damned United. Down by 3, Brofessionals don't quit and Colin McIntyre is set in alone against Flood, but an epic backcheck by Savoie breaks any chance of a play. Moments later, it's Sean Grenier who finds himself on a breakaway, and though there's no one to break up this play, Flood closes the door. Brofessionals battle till the end but can't beat Flood another time and end up losing this one by a score of 6-1. The Brofessionals are now winless in 7 games this season, while Damned United improved to 4-1-1. Scoring was well spread out on Damned United's side, with 12 different players registering a point and 5 of them having multi-point games. Flood stopped 16 of 17 shots, while Dimitriadis allowed 6 goals on 24 shots. Staying in the P League for our third game of the night, we see Bears taking on Fury. With Damned United's win against Brofessionals, Bears now sit second in their division, 2 points behind first. They're coming off their first loss of the season. Fury is first in the P League with a 5-1 record, their only loss coming in a short stint in the L League. They have won 5 straight and looking for 6 tonight. This game begins in the Bears zone. Ross Roswell stops a clearing attempt off the boards and takes a good wrist shot towards Charles Cimentier, who turns the shot and the rebound away. Back the other way, Bears attack on an odd man rush. Spencer Neudorf finds a trailing Cliff Albert, who tees up a howitzer from the slot that Brian Marchetti can't contain, and just like that, Bears are up 1-0. Marchetti wastes no time redeeming himself for the first goal when he stones a streaking Jean Desroches with the glove. Fury then has bad coverage while on the penalty kill, allowing Chrissy Grayat to come in on a breakaway. Once again, Marchetti can't contain the shot, and number 33 taps in his own rebound to make it 2-0. Fury looks to cut the lead down before the end of the first, but Cimentier stops all 7 shots he faced in the period, including this one on Eric Bouchard. Now in the second, we see a round 2 between Marchetti and Desroches when number 9 breaks in alone. He goes to his backhand this time, but Marchetti follows him all the way, denying him a sure goal. Desroches gets another chance to beat Marchetti 30 seconds later. This time, he chooses to shoot rather than deep, which proves to be the right move as his soft shot goes 5-hole. Looking to get something going to get themselves back in the game, Hugues Lachance finds Chris Barnett at the faceoff circle, but Cimentier flashes the leather on the wrister. With 15 minutes left in the period, Fury finally gets on the board. After making several brilliant saves, Cimentier is beat by what seemed to be a very innocent shot by Keith Lake. Innocent or not, the lead is now cut to 2. Bears would restore the 3-goal lead only 2 minutes later. Coming down on a 3-on-1, Neudorf's first shot is stopped by Marchetti. He gets his own rebound, and this time, his shot beats Marchetti between the glove and his pad. 4-1 Bears. With a minute left to play in the game, Lachance will beat Cimentier with a one-timer from the faceoff dot, but that's as close as they would get, with the Bears taking it 4-2. This was Fury's first loss since joining the P League. Mike Ruffin finished the game with 2 points for Fury, while Cliff Albert and Spencer Neudorf each had a goal and an assist for the Bears. Marchetti was a busier of both goalies, facing 29 shots, while Fury shot 17 times towards Cimentier. Our final game from the P League has Benchwarmers going toe-to-toe with Old School. Both teams have identical 3-2 records, but Old School scores more goals while also allowing less than Benchwarmers. Old School is coming off a 6-3 loss to Fury last week, while Benchwarmers have won 2 straight, including a 5-1 win against the Bears in their last outing. This will be the only meeting between the two this season. We start this game off with the Benchwarmers on the attack. After an awkward zone entry, the ball finally trickles its way to Claude Sibert, who can't beat Costa Anastopoulos short side. Back the other way, a defensive breakdown leaves Jason Maitland alone in the slot, but his snapshot is turned aside by Randy Dunis, and the rebound is stopped by Michael Gruzowski stepping in front of the shot. A few plays later, Pierre Collins chips the ball behind Johnny DePola and streaks in alone, but his shot hits the post behind Dunis. Still in the Benchwarmer zone, this time Collins is parked in front, but redirects the pass from behind the net over the crossbar. Unable to clear the zone again, Marko Jelavic will find himself behind all defensemen and outweights Dunis, but his shot goes wide. Now in the second period, Benchwarmers spent some time in Old School zone, and Grozowski gets a great chance to open the scoring, but he also shoots it high over the net. Back the other way, Jelavic breaks down in the left wing and feeds Matt Young in the slot, but his shot is turned away by Dunis. Moments later, Jelavic comes down the same wing, but this time keeps the ball for himself and serves a hell of a deke in front of Dunis to finally break the ice. With little room between himself and the goalie, he manages to pull the ball back to his forehand and score into the gaping net. 1-0, Old School. Around the halfway mark in the second period, Benchwarmers moved the ball around on the power play back to Todd Cools, who sees a slap shot make its way through traffic to tie the game at 1 apiece. Looking to regain the lead, Vajili the Coolie steps around his defender, but can't step around the goalie's poke check. Then it's Gabe Kaplansky who does a nice move to get around his man, but Anastopoulos covers the loose ball. Both teams exchange good chances to score in the dying moments of the game. François Dufour's point shot gets tipped on its way towards the net, but it floats just over the crossbar before it gets gobbled up by the netminder. With less than 10 seconds left in the game, Old School comes down on a 2-on-1 break. The pass gets through to Pat Leclerc, but Dunis makes a huge save to keep the game tied. The game finally ends in a 1-1 tie. Both teams came into this game with identical records and leave with identical records of 3 wins, 2 losses, and now 1 tie. Both goalies made key saves throughout the game to allow their teams to get the point. Dunis faced 15 shots, while Anastopoulos faced 20. For our last game of the night, we turn to the B League to find Swaggers squaring off with the Hangovers. Swaggers sit in 7th place with a 1-4 record, 1 point behind the Hangovers in 6th. Swaggers have lost 3 in a row since beating Lynx in the second game of the season, while the Hangovers have lost their last meeting after defeating first place Kings of Lions 2 weeks ago. We joined this game early in the first with Swaggers breaking out of their zone. Matty Chartrand is at the origin of this beautiful passing play, but Swaggers are unable to capitalize up close. Back on the attack moments later, this time it's Dave Arthur who chips the ball around his defender, but Philippe Villard makes the save. Posted at the face-off dot, Olivier Gamache gets a pass from François Gosselin, but sees his shot hit the crossbar and out of play. Gamache and Gosselin are in on the first goal of the game. Gamache feeds Danny Lecavalier, who then finds Gosselin in front, who rips a wrister past Joe Baston. 1-0, Hangovers. Gosselin gets his second point of the night 4 minutes later. Finding Adam Struma in the slot, number 26 sees his first shot stopped by Baston, but the rebound gets back to him and he scores on the second time around. It's now 2-0. Swaggers look to answer late in the first period. CJ Chartrand gets the ball at the side of the net, but Joey Dolce can't convert the pass. Arthur picks up the rebound in the corner and buries the snapshot past Villard. The lead is cut in half. A few plays later, an absolutely perfect pass from behind the Swaggers net sends Arthur on a breakaway. The talented forward does a couple of nifty dekes, but Villard commits highway robbery when he stretches back to catch the ball with his glove. Just incredible. Now in the second inning with the game tied at 2, Arthur gets the ball at the top of the face-off circle and waits for Rob Marcon to cut towards the net before feeding him for the easy tap-in to give Swaggers the 3-2 lead. Swaggers would add another to make it 4-2 before a nice passing play between Carl Ghilarducci, Jeremy Savoie, and Jonathan Belzile leads to the Hangovers' third goal, bringing them back to within 1. Struma looks to get his team another goal late in the period, but can't pull the trigger once he gets close to Baston. Swaggers would add 2 more goals before Arthur completes his hat-trick with 1 minute left of the game, and they finally win it 7-3. Arthur would finish the game with 5 points, followed closely by Chartrand, who had 1 goal and 3 assists. The win was Swaggers' second in 6 games this season, while the Hangovers dropped to 1-4-1. Villard didn't have his best game, allowing 7 goals on 23 shots, whereas Baston turned away 18-21. Now for the worst play of the night. For that, we go back to Fury vs Bears, where after making several big saves, Charles Cimentier seems to be beat by what can only be described as a knuckleball? That is tonight's worst play. And now for your highlight of the night. For this one, we head back to our future stars facing off, where Ryan Williams shows off some impressive stick handling ability to go along with a wicked shot to claim our highlight of the night. That's it for the first episode of MBHL on the Ball. That's it for this episode of MBHL on the Ball, the first of summer 2013. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Both addresses can be found at the bottom of your screen. Till next time, I'm Matthew LaFleur Harewood, signing off.